Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel. This is Dancel Jayhan F. Pabua, and for today's video I will going to share with you the general education test items rationalization. But before we delve into our test rationalization, we have here 10 general education courses, and I am tasked to present one questions and answers and also justification of each subjects. And here we have here the general education courses, which are the life and works of Jose Rizal. Number 2, readings in the Philippine history. 3, understanding the South. 4, science, technology, and society. Number 5, advanced grammar in English. Number 6, mathematics in the modern world. And number 7, we have art appreciation. 8, purpose of communication. And number 9, the contemporary world. And number 10, ethics. Alright, let's move forward to questions, which is the core subject, the life and works of Jose Rizal. So the first question here is, on what date was Jose Rizal born? So we have here choices. Letter A, June 19, 1861. Letter B, June 21, 1862. Letter C, July 4, 1861. And letter D, we have July 19, 1861. So, can you guess what is the answer to the question? Alright, the answer for the task item 1 is letter A, June 19, 1861. So the justification here is that Jose Rizal was born on June 19, 1861 in Calamba, Laguna, Philippines. He was the seventh child of Francisco Mercado Rizal and Teodora Alonso Rhea Londa. So next is now move forward to the readings in the Philippines history, item number 2. We have here the question. They were the lowest class people in the Philippines during the Spanish regime. So we have here choices. A, mestizo. Letter B, ilustrado. Letter C, Chinese. And letter D, Indio. Can you guess the answer? All right. So the answer for the item number 2 is letter D, Indio. Justification, we can see here that the Indio were considered the lowest class during the Spanish regime in the Philippines because, diba, we all know that in the Spanish regime, the Indio were faced like systematic discrimination under the colonial policies, and they were also subjected to forced labor and denied education opportunities and excluded from the political participation, and yeah, and ensuring their economic and social marginalization compared to the Spaniards, the mestizos, and even the economically integrated Chinese. There is really inequality that kept the Indio to the bottom of the social hierarchy, and that's why the answer of the item number 2 is letter D. So now let's move forward to number 3, which is the core subject, understanding the self. So in here we have question. According to the theory that a person is born as nothing, as proposed by John Locke, what is believed to have the most significant impact on shaping an individual's character? So we have here choices. A, genetic predisposition. Letter B, cultural heritage. And letter C, astrological influences. Letter D, environmental experiences. So is which do you think is the answer? Can you guess? All right, the answer for the item number 3 is letter D, which is environmental experiences. So let's see the justification in here. That these choices underscore the theory that individuals are born as the blank slates and suggest that the environment in which they are raised and experiences they encounter have the greatest influence on shaping their character and personality. That's why the environment has the most um, significant impact on shaping an individual's character. So actually, John Locke was a philosopher who proposed the theory tabula rasa, and which is translate to blank slates in Latin. And according to my research, that Locke's theory is humans are born without any innate ideas or knowledge. Instead, our minds now are like a blank slate at birth that is waiting to be filled with the experiences acquired through sensory perception and interaction with the environment. So, with the environment that we have, it has the most impact that can that we ourselves can have with that experiences and the environment or surroundings that we can acquire understanding in our world, in our surroundings, like that. So with the interaction, uh, it shapes us to have the human development daw. So, why is that A, B, and D, I C are not the correct answer? It's because um, genetic predisposition has no connection with the genetic makeup or inherent traits, because the theory possessed individuals are born nothing, so implying that they do not possess any predetermined genetic predisposition or inherent traits at birth. That's why. So in here, letter B, cultural heritage. So when we say cultural heritage, it's more on beliefs, values, and behavior. So the theory that a person is born as nothing suggests that individuals do not uh, inherit any cultural traits or predisposition. Instead, the cultural identity and influences are acquired through environmental experiences. It's more on environmental experiences, John. And then letter C, why is that astrological influences? Um, why is that astrological influences is not the answer? It's because this choice implies that the cosmic or astrological force have the significant impact on shaping an individual character and destiny. So, however, when we look at to the theory that is person born as nothing, this focuses on the role of environmental experiences rather than cosmic or supernatural influences in shaping human development and behavior. So it's more on the environmental experiences that shape the individual character that fits into the answer of the question. That's why. So, did you get it? So now let's move forward in the item number 4, which the core subject of science, technology, and society. We have here the question: who made the geocentric model of the solar system? So we have here the choices: letter A, Fred Hoyle; B, George Lemaitre; C, Ptolemy; and D, Geoffrey Babbage. So can you guess the answer? All right. So the answer for this item is letter C, which is Ptolemy. So the justification here is the geocentric model of the solar system, which possesses the Earth is at the center of the universe and all other celestial bodies revolve around it, was most famously formalized by the ancient Greek astronomer Claudius Ptolemy. So why is that the other choices A, B, and D are not the correct answer? Because Fred Hoyle is more focused on the theory of stellar nucleosynthesis, and that letter B also George Lemaitre because he is focused on the Big Bang theory. So Geoffrey Babbage is focused on the quasi steady state theory, which is that fit to the answer on the questions. So yeah, did you get it? Alright, now let's move forward to item number 5, which is the core subject of advanced grammar in English. So we have here the question: which sentence demonstrate the correct use of the gerund phrase? So we have here the choices: A, I enjoy to read books in my free time; letter B, she is interested in to learn French; letter C, swimming in the ocean is my favorite activity; and letter D, he avoids to speak in the public. So, what do you think is the answer for these questions? All right. The answer for this item number 5 is letter C. Yes, swimming in the ocean is my favorite activity. So the justification here is a gerund is a verb from ending in ing, and that's function as a noun. In this sentence, swimming is a gerund that serves as the subject of the sentence, demonstrating the correct usage. So uh, why is that the other choices are not correct? Because the other choices like A, B, and D uses incorrectly the infinitive form like to plus verb instead of the gerund form after certain verbs like enjoy, interested in, and avoid. So did you get it? Alright, so we have here the next question, which is from the item number 6 of the core subject mathematics in the modern world. So we have here the question problem. So we have here Jayhan and Princess have 82 pieces of durian candy altogether. If they split them in half, how many would each girl have? So we have here the choices. Letter A, 40, letter B, 45, letter C, 41, and letter D, 48. If you want to answer it or solve it, you can. So, can you guess what is the right answer? Alright, the right answer for here is the in the item number 6 is letter C. So we can see here the justification. So we have here 82, that stands for pieces of durian candy, and for 2, that stands for two little girls, which is Jayhan and Princess. So we have here we split them in half. So we have here the 82 divided by 2, it is equal to 41. That's why Jayhan and Princess will have 41 each durian candy. So did you get it? Alright, that's good. So now let's move forward to the next item, which is item number 7, that core subject art appreciation. So in here, what is the expression of human creative skill and imagination? So in here, we have choices. Letter A, emphasis. Letter B, contour. Letter C, art. And letter D, dominance. Can you guess the right answer for this question? Alright, so the item number 7, the answer in here is letter C. So let's find out why is that letter C is the answer for this question. So in here, art is the expression of human creative skills and imagination. It encompasses the wide range of activities including painting, drawing, sculpture, music, literature, dance, theater, and more. Art allows individuals to convey emotions, ideas, and perspective in unique and imaginative ways, reflecting the diversity of human experiences and creativity. That's why art is the answer of that question. Now, why is that the A, B, and D are not the correct answer, which is for letter A, the emphasis, letter B, contour, and for letter D, dominance? Because all of these elements are principles often associated with arts and design, but they do not represent the entirely of artistic expression. That's why art is the correct answer for that question. So, did you get it? Alright, so now let's move forward to number 8, which is the core subject of purposive communication. So we have here the questionnaire. What form of communication is characterized by communication done in primary by word of mouth? So we have here the choices. Letter A, verbal communication. Letter B, written communication. Letter C, visual communication. And letter D, we have non-verbal communication. Can you guess the right answer for this? Alright, so the answer for this item number 8 is letter A, verbal communication. Let's find out why. So, verbal communication is characterized by the use of spoken or written words to convey messages, when communication is primarily done by word of mouth. That's why it falls under the category of verbal communication. This includes face-to-face conversation, telephones, calls, telephone calls, speeches, presentations, and any other form of communication where words are used to convey meaning. That's why verbal communication is the answer to this question. And why is that the other choices like letter B, C, and D, which stands for written communication, visual communication, and nonverbal communication? It's all because um, in here, written communication involves more on written words, which mean it's more on letters, emails, memos, and reports. For visual communication, it involves more on visual aids through graphs, charts, and diagrams and images. That's why it's not more on the characterized by communication that is done primarily by word of mouth. So why does nonverbal is not the answer for this question? It's all because it's nonverbal communication includes communication through body language, facial expression, gesture, and other nonverbal cues without the use of spoken or written words. Therefore, verbal communication is the best fits description provided in the question. So did you get it right? So now let's move forward to the item number 9, which is the core subject of the contemporary world. So here is the question. Number 9, this refers to the widespread international movement of goods, capital, services, technology, and information. So we have here the choices. Letter A, political, B, social, C, economic, and D, none of the above. So can you guess what is the answer for this number? Alright, the answer for this number is letter C, economic. So let's find out why. So in here, the statement describes globalization, which refers to the increased interconnectedness and interdependence of countries in terms of trade, finance, and technology and information flow. This phenomenon is primarily driven by economic factors such as the movement of goods, capital, services, technology, and information across borders. So while globalization can have political and social implications, its core aspect relate to the economic activities and exchanges on the global scales. Therefore, option C is the best or the correct answer for this. So why is that the other options are not correct? It's all because A and B, or A, which stands for political, and B is stands for social, do not accurately capture the comprehensive nature of globalization, as they focus on specific aspects of society and politics rather than the broader spectrum of international economic integration. For the option D naman, none of the above is also incorrect. It's because the statement does not pertain to a specific aspect of the global landscape, namely the economic realm. So that's it. So now let's move forward to the last item of our rationalization, which is ethics. So we have here question: a teacher shall behave with honor and dignity at all times. What activity should he or she refrain from indulging? We have here 1, gambling, 2, smoking, 3, illicit relation, 4, lotto betting. So we have here choices. We have here A, 1 only, B, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Letter C, 2, 3, 4. And letter D, 3 only. Can you guess the answer of this question? Alright, the answer for this question is letter B, which is all of the above. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Why is it? Because a teacher, as a role model for students, is expected to behave with honor and dignity at all times. Engaging in all activities such as gambling, smoking, maintaining illicit relationship, and participating in lotto betting can compromise the integrity of teacher's character and set a poor example of the students. Therefore, the teacher should refrain from indulging in all of these activities to uphold the principle of honor and dignity. That's why the answer for number 10 is letter B, all of the above. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoy watching and listening and also learning. Thank you so much guys for watching. See you next time for my video. Bye!